What's up, guys? We're back for another episode of the Heartflick Chicks podcast. I'm Sonia, and Sandra and Angie are with me. Say hello.
Hello. How are you, ladies?
We're good. We're good.
Things good.
So we're back today, and our episode topic is going to be a No Judgements episode. And this is an episode.
This is one of my favorites.
This is a topic that we've done several episodes on, and basically we watch movies that we've never seen before. They're pretty popular, and we try not to judge each other, and we just talk about what we like, what we didn't like about the movies. So that's what we're gonna do today. How are you guys? Anything been going on?
Well, I mean, it's been a busy week, but kind of still feeling the high after Halloween season, which is really just every day for us, right? Halloween lives in our souls.
Yes.
So I'm just kind of like, it's been good. It's been a very nice fall. How about you guys?
Yeah, same. Bummed that Halloween's over, but you know, it happens. And we're back to recording, which I'm happy about.
Yes.
So that's good.
Yay.
I'm very excited about the upcoming episodes we have planned.
Yes.
So that should be fun.
It's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be fun too. I have nothing going on. I'm boring.
I went to an amazing concert last night. It was Rhiannon Giddens put together a few other blues, banjo Black women who played. It was just extraordinary. It was just I'm still also coming down from that high. They're called Our Native Daughters, and they were so good. And it was, anyway, just putting that out there. If you find anything Rhiannon Giddens, Our Native Daughters, look them up. They're amazing. Okay, so back to horror.
All right, let's get started. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I'll go first. So first movie I saw is from 2008, and it's Martyrs. So have you guys seen it?
I saw it, yes.
No, I know Angie didn't see it.
Martyrs. Okay.
So Martyrs is, I guess, basically is a revenge movie. A woman goes to get revenge against these people who kidnapped and tortured her as a child, and so she goes and tries to I guess get revenge on these evil people. And she has a friend that also was a victim of child abuse that helps her, but I don't know. I was looking. I've not watched this movie earlier because I thought it would be really really, really bad, kind of I Spit on Your Grave bad, even though I've seen that movie. But I was kind of thinking it'll be a little more like that, but it wasn't. I thought it was good. It was definitely a lot of blood and murder and that kind of stuff. Very psychological, I think. But overall, I enjoyed the movie. I thought it lived up to the hype, I think, of all these years. So
yeah, I thought I was expecting something else when I saw it.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be a totally different type of movie, I guess. So it was a little weird in that way, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah, definitely, Angie, you should check it out.
Yeah, I will.
When you can.
And you saw it on Shudder, right? I saw it on Shudder.
I saw it on Shudder. I don't know if it's still on there, but I did. I watched it on there.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's not
a good one. I mean, listen, I didn't see it, so I can't judge you. Boo.
But it's not. It's not right. And it came out. What year did it come out?
2008.
2008. Yeah. So it was a while ago, but not that long ago.
It's kind of newish. I mean, not new, but
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
Less than
But
20 years.
I don't know. Would
Yes.
you wouldn't just for like you wouldn't consider that like a one of the obviously not a classic, but one of the like must-see horror movies? Would you consider it?
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily classify it as classic, but
Definitely
I'd
not
say-
classic, but would you say must-see?
I'd say it's a must see. If
Okay.
you're a horror fan, I'd say it's a must see.
I agree. I think it's a must see, and I definitely know for sure that a lot of people in the horror community have seen this,
Yes.
love it, and
Yes.
talk about it often. Like,
Really?
I've seen posts and things about it for years. I've seen that and heard about it, and I also saw it not that long, maybe within the year.
Okay. Well,
Um,
then maybe I should be judged. So that was a good one. Very nice.
Okay. My next movie is, I feel like I will get a little more judged on this. So this one I think is a class. I would say is a classic because I feel like
Uh-oh.
everybody knows this movie.
Buckle your
you know.
seatbelt.
And I know of it, but I never actually sat and watched the whole thing, but I watched it. So this is from
Give
19
it to me.
it's from 1985. It is Reanimator.
oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that's a classic.
Okay, not judging.
Shame for shame.
For shame.
I know I was gonna get that. That's fine. It's fine. This is what this episodes are all about, right? So for anyone who hasn't seen it, who's that, right? I don't know. Anyway, so it's
Not
about
anymore.
it's about a medical student, Herbert West, that he creates the serum that can reanimate dead tissue. So basically, he injects this stuff in dead tissue and it comes back to life. So zombie-ish, ghoulish kind of creatures, people and body parts, and there's another doctor at the medical school who wants to take this serum and like pass it off as his own, and he gets his thing later on in the movie. But it was definitely, I would say, and I think it is categorized this way, a horror comedy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
There was a lot of stuff. There was a lot of times where I was laughing and I was just thinking like, oh man, like kind of like this can't be real, but I know it's not real because it's a horror movie, a fake horror movie, but it's just like that. What? Like it was like craziness like that, but it was fun. I thought it was fun. Would I think that I would sit and like kind of watch it again or a lot? I don't know. It wasn't anything that's like, oh, I gotta watch this again. I know there's other one. I know they have the Bride of, right? Is it the Bride of Reanimator?
Yeah, Bride of Reanimator. They have Beyond Reanimator.
Oh my God, really?
Yes. So yes.
Were any of those good? Do you remember or no?
I never saw Beyond Reanimator, I gotta say.
But how about the Bride? What is it? Bride of Reanimator?
Bride of Reanimator.
That sounds amazing.
So
but...
I do. So yes, I do want to watch those. Now that I've seen this, I do want to watch those to like, so I could say I saw like the whole like series of it. So it also, so the movie starred Jeffrey Combs and Barbara Crampton, who have worked together in a lot of horror movies. Castle Freak, if you guys ever seen that, the original Castle Freak, which I saw.
Is there a remake to Castle Freak?
There's a remake to Castle Freak. It was on Shudder. It was like a Shudder original, I think. They made a remake.
Did I see that? I don't remember I saw that.
Yes. It was interesting. I saw it.
Okay.
I saw it, and I never saw the original one, so I watched that first, and then I saw the new one.
Sandra, you saw the original Castle Freak.
Yes.
Yeah, you said you never saw it.
No,
No, she
So
said
before
she saw it.
before I watched the remake, I had never seen it.
Yes, you have.
When?
We saw it years ago.
Oh, I don't remember that.
We saw it when Joe Bob Briggs used to do Monster Vision, and he put it on
On
Castle,
TV?
Castle Freak.
Okay, I
Yes.
don't remember. I watched it like within the last couple years. That's the first time I remember seeing it.
Maybe it didn't give her an impression the first time.
I don't know. I
around.
don't remember that. I'm sure he played it because Joe Bob was the man, or he's still the man. But I don't remember that.
Yeah, definitely. We definitely saw it. But anyway,
All right. Well, stop. This is no judgments. Don't judge me on that now.
She's like, stop it. Stop judging me.
Anyway,
this is
those
not
are my
even the
movies.
movie. This is not even the movie. This is
I
like
know. Anyway, those are my movies. Next.
Let's just judge you on other things that you haven't mentioned.
She did mention it. That's what I'm saying. It's something about it.
I'm afraid now. I'm afraid. Should I go next?
You can go next if you want.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll go next. Although I don't know. All right, so the first one that I finally saw
Is it gonna be good?
a couple weeks ago is Freddy versus Jason. Two iconic characters. I know.
That is a good one.
Listen, I watch most of the, all of the Nightmare on Elm Street. I watched the very first Friday the 13th. And that was pretty much it.
Wait,
for
only
me,
you only seen the first Friday the 13th?
yeah. So no judgments, but
There's like 12 of them.
I know. But are they all good? Like, I would rather
You have to watch
You
them
have
all.
to watch them all.
Some of them are cheesier than others, for sure.
But you have to
watch them all.
They all have their good moment, like their
Yeah.
moments in it.
You have to.
okay, fine. I will watch them.
Anyway, continue.
So these two iconic characters. So I guess, people have been waiting for that for years, right? And it was kind of like literally what I thought it would be cheesy, and it kind of was, but it was a little bit over the top. The kills were hilarious. I thoroughly enjoyed the film, I have to say. I mean, it wasn't, some parts of it were like, are you kidding me? But I love that sometimes in horror movies. Like, I love those moments where you're like, this is ridiculous.
It was fun.
Well, it had to have its funny moments.
And
Because Freddy was funny.
Yeah, and it was really entertaining. I was like kind of in shock when I saw what's her name? Kelly Rowlands.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was in it, and I was like, oh snap, bringing us back to, the early 2000s. And I'm like, what was I watching in 2003? And then I realized Lost in Translation was out that year, Bill Murray movie, which, okay, fine. My artsy fartsy self was going to see Lost in Translation that year. I apologize. What else?
All of us went to see Freddy versus Jason.
Right, exactly. Also, well, if you want to talk about horror that year, also House of a Thousand Corpses came out. Jeepers Creepers 2 came out, and Final Destination 2 came out that year, and Leprechaun 2. So there were some good horror movies.
Leprechaun.
I know. It's very shameful that I haven't seen it, that I didn't see it. I don't know. It was silly and fun. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I would watch it again with a bunch of friends. It was like, typical.
I really liked that movie.
It was fun. I liked
drinking, all that stuff, all that good stuff. Dumb teens like doing stupid stuff.
Whenever it pops up on TV, I'm watching that movie.
I loved
It's a
it.
good one.
So I did love it. I would definitely watch it again. So I give it 5 out of 5 skulls.
Oh.
Yeah, I give it 5 out of 5. Maybe yes. for the entertaining factor.
Yes.
I would
Yeah.
give it 5 out
I
of
thought it was good.
Yes, I thought it was good too. Good job.
Um,
Good one.
yeah. So there you go. Judge me. And now you can judge me for seeing only.
I'm
the
not
first
now. I'm not
Friday.
judging you for not watching Friday versus Jason. I'm judging you for not watching
All of
more
the
than
Friday
the
the
first Friday
13th?
13th. That's what I'm judging you on right now. But
Okay. Well, anyway, moving on. We can talk about that for another episode. So the other one, my other movie was.
next episode.
She's writing it down.
The
She's
next No
writing it
Judgment
down.
episode, Angie has to watch Friday the 13th part 2 all the way to 8. Talk about them all.
Okay.
No, there's like 10.
Oh, 10.
No.
Up to 10.
Goddamn, how many hours is that? All right. Calm down. I'll watch the second one. How about that? At least I'll watch that. You know what happens though sometimes if I'm kind of like, when Sandra was like, no, when Sandra was like, no, I've never watched that. Then I watch something and I'm like, oh, I have seen this. But, my memory is not very good either. I'll just tell you that. So, and the 2000s, I was like in my, early 20s. So everything was very faded back then. Okay, moving on. The next movie is, wait for it. Especially given how much I love, I don't know, I guess foreign horror artsy flicks, was Let the Right One In from 2008. I know. Let the Right One In.
So this is the original.
The original, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I haven't seen that one either.
Oh,
Wow.
Lord.
So yeah, I mean, I absolutely loved it. I think that it's going to be probably one of my top movies at this point. And I really do have to watch it over again. I mean, it was like based in Sweden. It's a vampire flick, as most people probably know. I just loved the, the pull and push of evil and innocence between the two kids. One is a vampire, the other kid is like just a bullied, lonely kid in the neighborhood, and they kind of befriend each other. And it's very sweet, and it's also really raw and like, gruesome in a way, because it's so it's also super cold, and it's set in Sweden, so you're kind of feeling chilly just watching it. And the cinematography was amazing. I really loved it, and there were so many. It was beautifully strange. There's so many deep conversations you could have about that movie, because so I mean the vampire was a 12-year-old non-binary child, and it just like that whole thing, it was just very sweet the way that they kind of like brought that into the mix, and I loved it. And so because I loved it so much, I decided to give Let the Right One In series a chance, and I started watching that this past week, and I caught a few of episodes there. It's on Showtime. Have any of you watched it yet?
No, I haven't
right?
seen the
I haven't
series
seen it yet. I'm dying to watch it.
You have to watch it. It's so good. The series is just like terrific. They kind of it's set in America, but the kind of like just the kids are really great in it, and I just love the characters. So I would just really recommend watching that. I want to talk about that when you guys get a chance.
Did you see the remake?
I did see the remake actually, but I had never seen the original. So it's very like odd for me to say that, but
because that's what I did. I saw the remake a couple times. I really liked it. I just never got to see the original. I haven't still seen it, but and I liked it.
Yeah.
So.
Where did you watch it, Angie?
I can't wait for you to watch it. It was on HBO Max.
Okay.
It was on
Oh,
HBO.
okay.
I don't know if it's still on. It must be still on there unless they were putting it on there just for like an
Oh,
October
okay. I'll check it.
thing. But yeah, oh please do because
Because that's one I definitely wanna.
it's such a beautiful movie. I really loved it. So that's just like right up my alley because sometimes it depends on what kind of mood I'm in. Like sometimes I really like super scary and gory and whatever, and then there's other times when I kind of I'm like I have a little artsy background, so I appreciate those
I feel like that's a movie that you would like.
Yeah.
The horror, but it has the artsy feel to it too.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see how you liked it so much. Definitely.
Yeah, loved it. So highly recommend.
Awesome.
Okay, well, thank you so much for
Those are
not
good
judging me
ones.
on that one.
That's good.
Those are good ones. I like that.
So
The movie. Okay, so the first movie that I saw that I never saw before is definitely a classic. 1977 Suspiria. That I'd never seen.
jaw
Um
drop.
and
Oh my
I actually have not ever seen it. Like, you know how sometimes you say, "Oh, I've seen parts of this movie," and
Right.
I haven't seen anything about this movie. The only thing I knew about this movie is that it was like there were ballerinas and it was some kind of ballet school. I didn't know anything else about the movie. And I'm watching it. It's a great movie. I loved it. I love the way it was shot, and the acting was great. At first when I'm watching it, I'm thinking, oh, there's like, it's a serial killer, someone's killing the ballerinas, and because there was this girl, one shot where this girl looked like she was going crazy, and it was like weird. But I was like, okay. But then later on, there was a scene where there was a blind man, and he's walking around like this kind of courtyard or something, and he had his dog, and the dog went kind of crazy and killed his owner.
Yeah.
I said, well, this can't be a serial killer because and then later on you find out that it's witches that run this ballet school, and they're killing off the ballerinas, or some of the ballerinas or whatever. And I was like,
Which have any of you like ever been in a dance class? Like seriously, sometimes those teachers do seem like witches. Okay, that's have to say. No offense, and I think not because I didn't get into the dance department at LaGuardia. Okay, I
think they didn't initially want to watch it because I thought it was really long. It's a long movie, and I didn't want to.
It is kind of, how long was it? It is
not really. It's less than 2 hours.
No, yeah.
So it's not so bad. I thought it was over 2 hours, and I was like, I don't want to deal with watching a 2-hour movie, and so I just never kind of got into watching it. And I know they have a remake, which I haven't seen either, but that one's over 2 hours. That one's long.
Yes, that one is long. I haven't seen that either, but I know that one is
and
long.
that definitely, I was like, I don't have time for this, but I'm gonna have to watch it because now I saw this one, and I have to see that one. So yeah, I really like that one. I really like that.
I only saw Suspiria once, the original, and I watched it because I wanted to see the remake. And I was like, and I said, oh, I never seen the original. So I found the original. I forgot where I saw it. I watched it, but then I never got to see the remake.
I think I saw it on Shudder, but I
kind of want to say Shudder too, but I'm not exactly sure.
I think it's on Shudder now, but okay. I think that was my plan too. I had planned to watch the original before the remake came out because I wanted to see the remake, and I never got to watch any of them.
Yeah.
So, but that's that. But I saw it now, and I'm happy.
Yeah, it was that was good.
Yeah. I saw that I had never seen before. Mm-hmm. Is from 1990, Frankenhooker. Frankenhooker, and it's exactly what you're thinking.
Hold on a second.
So
hold on a second. Is this considered, you need to explain this to me. Is this considered? This isn't considered a classic, but is it a must see? Like,
I mean,
It's like a cult. It's like a.
This
It's
is a
considered
cult
like
classic.
a cult
it's a cult
classic.
classic.
absolutely,
Thank you.
absolutely. Definitely a comedy. Definitely.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. And so basically this guy whose name is Jeffrey Franken. And he's a scientist and he lives with his mom and stuff. So he's like this, I don't want to say nerdy, but he's kind of like
a
not-
loner.
He's not very cool, it doesn't seem. Anyway, but he has a girlfriend. And the beginning of the movie, it's him kind of doing science experiments, but then they show him at a barbecue with his girlfriend, right? With family and friends, whatever. And then the girlfriend gets run over by a lawnmower. Okay.
This sounds amazing.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep talking about this, but you have to see this movie. I'm just gotta tell you this. And then so she gets run over by the lawnmower, of course, in different pieces, her whole body all over the place. Them, right? He wants to make a new girlfriend. So what does he do?
Of course.
He goes and he finds a pimp and he wants to meet all his hoes. This is basically what it is. And he tells the pimp like he's looking for, a girl. But he's looking for a girl because he wants to use the perfect body for his new girlfriend.
Oh God. Oh God. Go on.
Hence
Sorry.
the name Frankenhooker.
So the movie takes a lot of like weird twists and stuff, but he basically makes this like this is it's in 1990, so it's still in that crack kind of era. And obviously they're in the seedy part of towns with the pimps and the prostitutes and stuff, and there's crack all over the place, right? The guy makes this like concoction thing that he injects into the crack, and he calls it super crack, and he gives it to all the prostitutes.
On a second.
And
Of course, super crack.
He called it
And-
super.
he brings it when he goes to this room where all the prostitutes are and stuff, and
I'm dying.
they all see that he has crack, and they want, because they're all
Crackheads.
crackheads basically, yeah.
Super crackheads.
And so they start to smoke the super crack, and after a little while you can see they're starting to twitch and get all weird, and they blow up. They
They literally blow up
Yeah,
after they
blow
smoke
up.
crack.
So then what does he do? He takes pieces of all the hoes
Oh,
to make his new
how
girlfriend.
he gets-
Stop it.
that's how he
Stop
gets
it.
the whole pieces.
Stop. This sounds amazing. I have to watch.
I want to finish this podcast episode so I can go and watch Frankenhooker.
Yeah, it's on Shudder. So yeah, you have to watch this movie. You're gonna die laughing. It's the stupidest.
Wait.
It's the stupidest movie.
It sounds
But
like
you wouldn't.
it sounds like a
believe it.
terrific date night movie.
But you wouldn't. You wouldn't believe it if you don't see it.
Yeah, show that to one of your dates, Angie. See how that goes.
I'll be like, okay, yeah, this girl is weird. No wonder. No wonder she's
Well, they might like. There's a lot of tits and ass in this movie, so they might like that you take them to see this.
Oh my god.
But
This
I
sounds
can't
this,
take them to see it, obviously.
this sounds amazing.
it's amazing and terrible at the
that
same time.
So good. Thank you for that incredible laugh. I cannot wait to watch this movie.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Wow.
So yeah,
That was a good one.
it's a definite must see.
Wow.
Excellent.
This was amazing. This whole podcast was amazing. I have to say.
Yeah.
I think we all have pretty good movies, and we got to see some classic stuff that we haven't seen already.
Yeah.
You know,
That's the best part of these no judgment.
I love the no judgment episodes. This is great.
Excellent.
So we're
Well.
going to say goodbye. We're going to end this episode. And as always, make sure to follow us on social media, on Instagram and on Facebook, and follow our YouTube channel. And also, you can listen to our podcast on streaming services like Pandora, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. I got them all. Yes.
You did. Good job.
Good job.
I was
That's
waiting
why
to interject.
That's why we
Amazing.
let you do that, or at least that's why I let you do that.
And we will say goodbye for today. Until next time, I'm Sonia and Sandra and Angie. We're the Horror Flick Chicks. Peace, love, and horror.